Hello, good evening, Twin Minds here. We are back at My Summer Car, and I have added a couple mods. I had been talking about it a little bit here and there, so I figured I would give it a shot, and we'll go over those in a little bit. But let's get off of this insane music before at least one of you goes insane. Okay. I was about ready to start jiving with it if it didn't stop. Hey, Sparkle. 11 mods. Forgot it was that many. Alright, so we're going to have to tackle stress, because I left it that way. I've been doing a little bit of money grinding, I guess, just in my off time. So right about here, I think. Yeah, one of these yellow places here, orangish yellow places, is the Strawberry Patch, and it's basically free, mindless, painful grinded cash. So I figured I'd do that off stream to save you guys the trouble. We also have Grandma down here who has asked for fish. Never really got around to that, so I'll try to do that tonight. I also want to attempt to build the car, which leads us into one of the mods. Now also this is here because in one of my various attempts at doing things off stream, that went missing. I don't know why. I don't know where it ended up. I had to get a save game editor to find it again. And its coordinates were something like -2000. So it fell through the world at some point, and it would never be seen again if I did not edit my save game to fix it. So, that is kind of par for the course for this game, from my understanding of watching other people play, is save game editing is sometimes important. Oh well. Alright, so, yeah. So, mods. We've got the console, that's from the mod loader. We also have settings from the mod loader. I have an alcohol meter. This was more out of curiosity than anything to see what the alcohol numbers did. It does nothing other than tell me how drunk I am, which is pretty obvious from how much the screen is spinning in circles. We also have the backpack mod, which lets me carry multiple items. I'll show how that works in a little bit. We supposedly have cinder blocks to put the car up on cinder blocks. I'll probably end up removing this mod because I hope to put the car together today and not actually need that. But it may be handy at some point for changing tires and stuff like that. But we do have the jack, so I don't know. I wanted to play with them, see if they're any use at all. We have the fishing mod I've mentioned. I want to play with it at least once when we go to the cabin, see if it's any good. We also have, we'll cover that in a minute. We got nicotine gum. Because it actually is possible to get yourself painfully addicted to cigarettes in this game. And I do tend to use cigarettes to reduce my stress. So I figured nicotine gum might be an important thing at some point. We have planks, which is very similar to the cinder blocks. It literally just adds planks. But they're long boards that you can use to potentially drive a small vehicle up into the trailer that we've got to move chopped wood. And maybe get your car transported somewhere so you don't have to drive it somewhere and then have to walk or whatever. I also have show bolt sizes that'll help us put the car together. Sleeping pills. These were just to see if we can find a way to pass the time, because we had a bitch of a time passing the time last time. That's a lot of time. And this is something you can buy to force yourself to sleep, but it does come with the possibility of an overdose. So gotta keep that in mind. Tire racks. That's just a thing to install in the garage. And we've got a trailer remade. Now, I don't remember what that is. I installed it. It seemed useful at the time, but I have forgotten since because I installed these a while ago, actually. Supposedly I have to find it, though. Same with the tire racks. I have to find those, and I have no idea where they are. Go to hell to you too, buddy. So it might or might not ever get found. Who knows? So, I don't think I found the planks. I looked around the house, I didn't see them. they might be stacked up over there somewhere. So let's go take a look quick. Meanwhile, we'll go ahead and start smoking. Just taking a peek over here in case anything over here is useful to us. I don't see the planks at the moment. Ah, right. I loaded this up in case we got a call. That was more work that I did off stream. Cinder blocks. They do exist. I'll probably have to bring over the van to grab those. I don't see the planks though. Ah, well. If I don't see them and I end up not seeing any use for it, I may just remove the mod. It's also not really relevant if I remove the mod. Not really one of those required things. Nope, I don't see them anywhere. I'll have to look at the mod again to see if there's any information on where those planks might be located. I may have to save the little kitty girl again. She is being molested. Alright, so let's take care of a couple of our needs and get to putting the car together. Good old tap water. Nothing bad about it. Oh, that's right. I wanted to attempt to sell the alcohol. I don't necessarily remember where to sell the alcohol, so that might be a thing to be concerned about at some point. But meanwhile, still have to empty my jugs of juice. There we go. If I recall, I remember reading something about the alcohol, that this bucket contains something like 20 containers of alcohol in it, which is pretty snazzy. But I wanted to get it emptied so that we could get it brewing again, because that took actually quite a long time. Let's go take a morning shower pee. At least I think it's morning. I don't actually know. Morning shower pee. I missed the shower. There we go. Alright, all done. All of our numbers are low again. That's delightful. I brought the grill inside. I mentioned that last time we played, so I can get the sausages. I actually stacked the fridge fairly nice. This is the bait can for going out to the fishing. Go ahead and grab this. Pop that there. Whoops, flying sausages. Alright, so the backpack. Very lower left corner in relatively small text, it says backpack 0 of 10. You just hit E on an item to put it into your backpack. And we'll go ahead and do that a couple times here. There we go. Now I have 4 sausages, and while this is up, you can hit X to get rid of it. You can scroll through with your scroll wheel, and then hit Y to drop one of those items. It's a really handy mod. I like it. And if you really need to, you can hit Control Y to fling all those items everywhere. So what we can then do is we could... I don't really have any good liquid. That's fine. I'm not going to attempt to abuse the backpack thing where possible. So I'm not going to, for example, have like 10 cases of beer on me, unless I'm quick moving them from where I bought them into the van, that kind of thing. Oops. Amusingly enough, I wanted to use that one. Now I'll take it with me. Alright. Now I got some stuff on me. Got some sausages in my pocket. I've got the mosquito spray in case the bugs start going crazy. And we can try to deal with this thing. Now, I learned a thing that's going to irritate me. Because this thing here, which I previously took off to put on pieces that I forgot about, I have to take off again because there's more pieces I forgot about. I'm doing brilliant with that, by the way. So let's get down here. Grab this. Now this will be at least slightly less obnoxious because the spanners, you can see, have the millimeter size on them. This is the bottom spanner, parentheses 12 or whatever. And then now that I mouse over one of the bolts, it tells you what size it is. So I can mouse over that one, size 7. Let's grab a size 7 and get unscrewing. Yeah, the big challenge is going to be whenever there's lots of pieces together. It's going to be a little bit hard to tell which one I'm pointing at, but that's fine. I need to get rid of that one. And I need to... I think that's it, and then there's also this one here, which is a size 10. I must be missing something. Oh, I know what I'm missing. Hey, Lunchbox. Welcome. Alright, so the part that I'm missing is this thingy on the front that needs to be removed. And I do believe those are size 6s. Nothing much here, just unbuilding and rebuilding an engine repeatedly because I don't know how to put it together right the first time. Am I missing one? Ah, that one. There we go. Perfect. So that piece can get set aside. I think I'm still missing a bolt or two here. Let's grab that size 7 again. Life indeed. Oh yeah, I missed quite a few. There we go. That can go there. I don't care. And then I need to remove this thing, and those are size 6s. Can I get them all? There we go. Alright, so this whole conglomerated mess can go there. These are size 7s. You know what? Tell you what. I need to grab this and put this on the floor because I keep working from up here anyway. Size 7. You know what? I just realized we're missing something important. We are missing tunes. And I want to listen to some Finnish tunes. So we're going to go ahead and put this in here.
Joka kaukana loikkaa. Ole minulle joulu.
Ensi sunnuntaina. Asialistalla muun muassa
Seuraavan runon meille on
initiaatioriit
Kaapo
ja Sui.
enteistöstä. Runon nimi Konvehtirasia. Suljen sinut sydämeeni.
Talouden ruoka- ja päivittäistavaratarpeen teille tarjoaa Teimon kauppa Aliviskan tien varrella. Tervetuloa kokemaan lähellä ja kaukaa sekä rovasti että...
I only caught one word in there, and I caught Taman. And Taman is the name
Tätä
of
keikkaa et voi jättää
the shop owner.
Tuiskulassa 15. heinäkuuta. E-Type, DJ Movo ja Captain Jack.
Vai tuleeko siellä?
Jänä Alivieskan oma poika Rauski. Varaa nopeasti oma lippusi numerosta 0700 52 34 523.
We're gonna leave that there and hope that there's actual music at some point.
Alivieskan vapaamuurareiden salainen vuosikokous ensi sunnuntaina.
Otherwise, we're just gonna hear crazy Finnish rambling in the background.
Uusien jäsenten initiaatioriittejä ja kultaisia suihkädenpuristuksia. Ensi sunnuntaina tutussa paikassa. Älä kerro kenellekään.
So, the part that I missed,
Jyhmikö päätä ja vaivaako armoton kankku?
the frickin' engine plate, which is important, because that's how I attach the starter.
Vaan apu löytyy Oulun upouudesta klinikasta, jossa ammattitaitoinen henkilökuntamme hoitavat suuremmatkin kakkuset alta aikayksikön. Tule Ojutkankaan klinikalle Ouluun. Iloinen mieli Ilokaasulla. Ojutkangas.
Kaikki kotitalouden ruoka- ja päivittäistavaratarpeen
That's Taman again.
Teimon kauppa Aliviskan
I recognize the voice actually because it's the same guy. It's the same voice as in the shop when you actually listen to him.
Jyhmikö päätä ja vaivaako armoton kankkunen?
It sounds like it's just advertisement.
Ojutkangas on avannut uuden klinikan Ouluun. Enää ei tarvitse matkustaa Helsinkiin asti, vaan...
Kenen kädestä leipää syöt, kun kaikilla pimeät on yöt? Paljon puhut, teet vähän. Kenen usko
See, I
on
was expecting this to be
tarpeeksi
more
vähän.
interesting. Because when I tested this...
Yöt menevät
There we go. When I tested that off stream, there was like some really like hardcore Euro music of some variety. So we'll try that again sometime later. Maybe it's just the time of day. There is time of day requirements for like the TV show that shows up. So it could just be we're at the wrong time of day for good music. Alright, so let's get this thing screwed back on. Alright, that should be good. Smashing doesn't work, so not really going to help you there. Alright, so let's go back to installing the rest of this thing. so that's all on, and then we also have the one that's there, that's 10. Alright. So now we can put this thingy back on, which I think were size 6s? It's hard to see this one. Size 6s, yeah. Xbox party, yay more sparks. Alright, so that's all on. Now we should be able to put on the starter that I could never figure out where it goes, because it goes back there, attached to the plate that I kept missing. So these are size 7. Is it just the one? I think it might just be the one. Nope, it was not just the one. Alright, so that's good. Now we have a starter. Starter's a good thing to have, so that you could, you know, start the engine, because that's important. We've got that on, we've got that on, we've got all those things on. I've got the carburetor on, we've got that on. I need the headers now. Like so. And those are size 8. Of course they are. Okay. Now, that is a majority of the car parts. Oh, what website did you find? Alright, this is old oil filter. These are gauges to go elsewhere. So we've got the electrics. I think I actually have the engine done. And I learned how to use this thing as well, so let's put the engine on the ground. Gently, of course. Now we very, very, very slowly lower this thing. And then these are, what size? Size 10. Aha! There we go. So that is the engine now on the lift. And then we lift the lift. So what is this website? A little bit higher. Alright, so I'm going to move this jack. And I'm going to go ahead and push the engine a little bit this way, or push the car a little bit this way. Fair enough. Any game soundtrack? Interesting. I'm on board with this idea. Alright, we are slowly wheeling the engine into place. Now here's where it gets tricky. Because you've got to get the engine lined up with very specific install points. And no. Just let go of it. There we go. And before I lower too hard, what is the size that I'm looking for? I don't know, because I don't think I get to see the size until the screws become available as the engine drops. Because this plate here is supposed to touch that little rubber bushing there, and I don't think I get to see what the screws look like until I get close to it. So let's try that. I am excited. Get the actual engine in the car. Alright, I've got to go down quite a ways, actually. Let's do it from this angle. Hopefully so I can see it. No, I can't see it. Okay, fine. I need to move forward, I think. Alright, getting there. Definitely getting there. I might even have a screw. Do I get to see what size screw that is? I mean, it says size 7. Let's grab a size 7. I don't know if that's actually right. Oh yeah, there's a ton of Mario games, especially if they're including some of the non-standard Mario games. Size 11, okay. Or not by non-standard, I mean the ones that never made it to US that a lot of us haven't ever heard of. So that's a thing. Sounds rather loud and kerchunky. Hopefully that's not blowing up the car or anything like that. But I think we can now pull this away. Good, good. I think it was actually causing the kerchunky noises. I also need to bring this with me, because this is the next thing going in. Plonk. Alright, so, leaning in. Leaning in. Leaning in. There we are. Alright. I think the engine's officially installed. That's amazing. That's awesome. Alright. So, let's put this thing in. This thing goes somewhere around here. There we go. And then that needs to be installed with size 8. So we now have the we have the engine in the car, which is friggin' amazing. We've got the first parts of the wheels on. I need to finish installing all this nonsense. So steering rack. That I know goes in here. Like so. And those are size 9. Are you talking about the music or the website to collect the music? Because, yes, I think to both of those things. There it is. Alright. So we've got the steering rack in place, and then these steering rods go on to that. Front right is that direction.